What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. I got a fun one for you today. This one here is going to be on the MS5 Stoner CNC company knife. Just an awesome looking knife. I came across this. Actually, I was looking. I surf YouTube and I saw Scav from Choir Boys Outdoors and Gabe from Last Huntsman, and also Peterbilt Knife Guy. They all did reviews on this knife, and everyone, I like the look of the knife. I was like, yeah, that's a badass knife, and it looks like it held up great. It looked really cool knife, really just awesome design. I love the design. You know, it looks like a futuristic, kind of like a little bit of a Becker design, like the BK10 or something. So I was like, that's cool, but like that's more modern and with better grips. You know, even though it's hard, it's a bold statement to say better handle, because the Becker handle is pretty nice too, but it looked just awesome. It looked freaking awesome. So I was like, you know what? I want to hit up that company. So I hit him up, spoke with a gentleman that works at Stoner CNC, a guy named Austin. And, at first I just emailed the company and the main email, and then asked, told him I'd love to review one of your knives if you're willing to send one out to me. I should give them a few of my channel links. And they said they liked the way, the videos I do. So they said, yeah, they sent me one out. So I appreciate that for letting me review this and test one out. I'm going to give my honest review on it and give you my first impressions, and then we'll give you the rundown of it, and then we'll go test it and take it out there and start banging it on some wood and doing some actual use with it, right? This is, I guess, more classified as a tactical combat style knife, but obviously it's built also to do bushcraft or whatever else you need it to do. They're high-end knives. You guys gotta understand, this is gonna be a higher end knife, right? It's not a budget knife, so it's made of really good steel. We're gonna go over all that right now, but yeah. So I was very fortunate to that they're gonna send me out and let me test it. They're new to the knife game. I know their company, they focus on, which that looks pretty bitchin' too. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna put a link here to see, and then also a link below also in the description, so you guys can check that out to their website. But they do pistol grips for firearms, and they also do compensators, and now they're getting into the knife game, so they're expanding. And I think they're gonna kill it in the knife industry, man. That stuff's cool. It's all again CNC milled, and everything. It's like perfection. This stuff it's pretty badass. So let's get into it. I'm excited to show you guys. I'm excited to test this blade out. Because it's like I said, I love the look of it. That's why I reached out to him about it, because I thought it looked like a pretty bitchin' knife, and so far it's seeming that way. It just seems like just an awesome freaking knife. So they did send it in this freaking pouch, this like carrying pouch, and I guess this comes with all the knives when you buy them, which is pretty cool. They sent me two actually to test. So today we're gonna just do the MS5. But they also sent me the MS6, the bigger one. So I figured we'd go to smaller to bigger. It's pretty much the same kind of design, just a little bit smaller version. One's more of a everyday type carry, and then the other one is going to be a bigger, maybe for camping, put in your bag for, your camp bag, or put it, in your truck for you're going to go camping. So nice little pouch for carrying. That's pretty cool. And then you did throw in the hardware for the handles and a couple tools there for it. Let's get into I'll show you both, but we're just gonna be doing the MS5, which is 5-inch blade length. Awesome Kydex sheet that even has like a retention knob to make it tighter, the Kydex tighter. Just great retention in this thing. This thing, just listen to that audible click, man, that's on there. And then no rattle at all. This thing's, they got their Kydex down on that. Just a beautiful sheath, beautiful knife. So let me show you that blade now. Look at this freaking thing. Just awesome knife. Let's go over the specs real quick, and then I'll get into my thoughts on it. But let's go over to the specs. So I got them here on the side here, because I'm gonna be able to remember all this. So I'll read them off to here. I'll also put them here. You guys can see it here. I'll put it here and scroll down so you guys can take a look at all the specs. And if you want to pause it and get a little more out of it, you can do it that way. If not, just listen to me. So overall length 9.75 inches, blade length 5 inches, which that's why it's the MS5. It's 0.187 blade thickness, so a little under 3/16. AEB-L stainless steel, which is a good premium steel. Those who worked with it know it's awesome, awesome steel. Holds a great edge, very tough. Rockhold, actually, it's uh, cryogenic heat treated HRC of 60 to 62. So nice and hard there. And it just says fullers, so it has a fuller here, and these holes are for the because of the milling process. So they have some that's the way they hold it in there, and I don't mind the holes there. um some people will say, which I proved over and over on my channel, and I always I don't know why I even do it, because some of these knuckleheads argue with on the comment section, that, oh, it's going to compromise the metal, and that's where it's going to fail. It's going to fail from the holes, and it's going to that just a bunch of BS, pretty much. I mean, if you're talking about a cheap budget steel or something, or a cheap knife, not a quality knife, but any quality knife I ever had that had any type of holes for design, or because of the manufacturing process or anything like that, if long as the heat treat is on point and it's a good quality steel, you're not going to worry about this breaking. You could just hammer on this thing, and it's not, don't have to worry about this thing snapping or breaking. I mean, you'd have to do something really freaking stupid to break it from those points. Yeah, I mean, okay, can those holes possibly be a weak point if it was going to break? Possibly, yeah, but that's very, very, very highly unlikely it's going to happen from that. So, I just got to throw that out there, because I do get that. Oh, that's those holes, man. I wouldn't get that knife because those holes are going to create weak points. And no, no, not on something like this, not on a high end knife. Like I said, I've beaten the hell out of my baton, bunch of stuff through knives like this, and even lesser quality than this, and I've never had one break on me from the at all, but much less from the holes. So let's see here. Chamfered edges. So all the edges on this are chamfered. They're all shaved so you're not going to cut yourself. You're not going to feel any hot spots. It's not going to rub on your hand wrong. Even the jimping is, let's see if I get that in there, is chamfered. Milled. The back portion there is all milled out. Probably won't. Yeah, it's probably not going to strike a ferro rod for that. But I mean, yeah, just carry a striker for your ferro rod. Don't use it that where you could use this part of the edge or something like that, like some people do. But as far as that, they did it, for aesthetics, it looks good, and also for comfort. This handle is really comfortable. I'll get into that in a little bit. Has a thumb wrap. Says milled jimping, which I just talked about right now. Skeletonized on the inside, so behind the handles, it's skeletonized. It's not a full flat piece, probably for to keep the balance and everything else. Hidden lanyard hole, so it does have a lanyard hole right there, hidden behind there, so that's nice. Includes tough, durable G10 grips. So these are G10, which are awesome. These blue and black, like that wood grain pattern, pops really nicely. Makes it looks really good on the stainless. Includes locking Kydex sheath, which I went over, that little locking part. So on the Kydex here, you can, with this, I'll show you here. This right here, you can just turn it and then slide it up, tighten it up, and that'll keep that in there really, really tight. If you don't want, I mean, this won't come out at all until you loosen that, drop it, and pull it out. Gives it a little tension. If you want to just go, find a sweet spot and that where it's nice and tight enough for you, and then pull it in and out. You want for your stealthiness, for when you're doing your tactical black ops. Let's get back here. So let's see where I'm at. Includes slotted tactical knife bag. That's the knife bag I showed you, and 5-year limited warranty. And then free resharpening. That's pretty cool too. So if it gets dull, you can ship it back to them, and they'll resharpen it for you, send it back to you. But pretty much, I think most people probably know how to sharpen their knives. But if not, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. They'll do it for you. So now I went over all the specs. I'm gonna give you some of my thoughts. First, right off the bat, when I held this, I was like, that is one of the most comfortablest grips I felt. Really, being truthful. I love the feel of that grip. I love it. It just really melts in your hand. It feels good. I mean, and this is a smaller knife, the 5-inch one, and it's still still a pretty big handle. Still a pretty big handle. Fits my hand. I have about a little over a large size hand, and it just fits my hand perfectly. Perfectly. I love the swell here, how it kind of catches your pinky here, so you get a little bit more stability when you're going to chop with it. Right here, you got a little bit of an integrated guard or choil or whatever you'd say, kind of like a guard, so your hand won't slide up on the blade. They did give you a little notch here to be able to sharpening choil to go all the way down to the very bottom of the edge so you need to do fine work. You don't need a This, like I said, this works as a choil, so you don't need to have a choil here. You know, some people are like, oh man, they didn't put a choil. Well, this knife, you don't need that. And for the size of it, it's perfect. In my opinion, you're as close as you need to be to the edge. And you can go, if you want to, you can go right over that thumb wrap right there and rest your thumb to do, which we'll demonstrate out here, to do close work. And if you do need to use thumb wrap for pick sticking, I mean, this would be an awesome pick sticker knife. I mean, just beautiful. And then, yeah, just awesome, awesome. I like the fullers, little short fullers, the drop point there. And on this side, I'll show you here. These are made, see if it shows up here, comes up here. Come on, focus. These are made in USA. It says made in USA there. And then on this side has their symbol, their logo. And then it just says Stoner MS5 right there at the bottom. Yeah, I love all the milling work they did on this. You tell there's a lot of attention to detail. I do like that a lot. I heard a few other content creators say theirs came, with a working edge, not razor sharp, but just not razor sharp, but not dull. Maybe they're hurting with something because this one they sent me, this one came freaking razor sharp, man. This one came as a damn razor blade. Both of them did. I brought a piece of paper to show you, but I guess they must have fixed that problem because this thing, look at that. This thing is a freaking razor now. So yeah, very, very sharp. Right out of the box. I didn't touch it up. I didn't do nothing to it. I just started using it. So that's what some of these content creators saying, oh yeah, mine came just wasn't that sharp. I started sharpening it up. Not me, man. This thing came out of the box like a freaking razor. Let's see here. You guys seeing that? Yeah, some of them are falling off, but look at that. Just a couple passes. And just a bunch of hair on it. Look at that. Razor sharp. Really looking forward to testing this bad boy out. Yeah, and it's cool. Like I said, these are removable. So if you wanted to get custom or buy them off them, they have other different if you want other styles. They have pure black. They have OD green. They have neon ones, orange ones. Of whatever one you want. Just go on the website and order some other handle skills up. And yeah, so these retail or they run around between, like they say, between 125 and up to like 225 to 280. So they are the higher end, but you're getting a premium knife. You're getting premium steel. Awesome heat treat so far. We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna test this bad boy out. I have a feeling it's gonna hold up great from what I saw from other content creators. It looks like legit. So yeah, and go check them out. Go check out their site. See what you want on there. Like I said, as far as a pistol grips for your gun, or like I said, a compensator, or one of these bad boys, man. They just put. I guess a few days ago, these were out of stock, so they just launched these. I believe yesterday, actually. They just launched these. So get them while they're available, because I don't know how much they have in stock. I didn't really ask him if he has a bunch of these in stock. There's only a few. But since he's a smaller shop, if you really want one, I would recommend hopping on it right away and going to get one, because I really don't see these lasting too long. They're pretty badass, and I love the look of them. I love the look of this thing. It's just freaking awesome. And let's see where the balance is on this. I didn't even check. So yeah, it's gonna be right there. We're gonna throw this bad boy too. So we'll check that out. But yeah, right in the finger troll area, which is good. To me, that's actually that's perfect. Yeah. All right, enough talk. Let's get out there. Let's test this bad boy out and put it through the paces. All right, we're gonna start off with a bottle cut here. I forgot to mention these. Not only I like the ergonomics of the handle, I like the G10 here. It's really grippy. It almost feels like canvas micarta. It feels really good in the hand. Just an awesome grip. All right, let's get into this bad boy. Let's see. Man, that's how sharp it is. Look at this thing. There you guys saw. It's hair popping sharp. You guys saw I shaved my hair and with that paper cut. Look at that. Not bad at all. Let's give it some 4-foot drops and some hard downward throws just to check the balance and check the tip. Tip's fairly thick. You know, I have no issues, especially with the heat treat they put on this and then the steel type. I don't see any issues, but let's check it out. Like an arrow. Straight as an arrow. I think, nice balance. Really nice balance. Man, all right, let's give it some hard downward throws. Bam. Bam, that's in there. Yeah, see. Boom. Not bad at all. Woo. Look at that beast. Nice and deep in there. Let's break up this old dry here, that hard, dried ass, dead branch here. You know, for if you want to build a bonfire, you got some kindling for the fire there. You're gonna need something like this, and this is perfect size for something like this because this is you know, with a 5-inch blade length, you could do it. Let's see. Man, this stuff is hard as a rock. Tried to hit the camera. Man, let's get through this one here. And it feels really good, you know, if you're choking back on here, this little swell here, it's perfect for that. Putting your middle finger there, so you give it a little bit of reach to get your little chopping down. Works really good. And if you feel insecure about it, you can always use the lanyard hole right there and put a lanyard, wrap it around your wrist if you feel like you can't hold on to it. Bam. Busting that up. Let's get this one over. Bam. Light work of it, light work of it. You could also, I mean, if you want to make it a little bit easy on yourself, what you can do is always do a little bit of cross batoning, right? You know, if you want to, since it's a smaller blade, you can always do it this way. That works just as well. So far, so good. Let's check it out real quick. Let's check out that edge. Flawless. Damn, I can't even do that. It feels like I'm gonna slice my hand. But no nicks, no folds, no rolls. Looking really, really good. All right, to the old dead plum tree. And this stuff is like petrified wood. Listen to this. Hard as a damn rock. So we're gonna test the edge right now even further. I'm gonna chop at it. I mean, no, it's a 5.5-inch blade. I get it, guys. It's not really meant for chopping, right? It's meant for more slicing and cutting. But if you're out in the wilderness and you need to use it for chopping, you know, will it hold up? We're gonna find out. Let's see. It's taking chunks out. It's taking chunks out. Spider real quick. Let me kill that sucker. I mean, you can see it, guys. It's removing. Man, this one is hard as hell too. I think this is where the chopping is where you probably want to get the bigger knife, the MS6. We'll probably do a little better than MS5, but this one is, I mean, if you had to do it, it's doing it. Look at that. It's removing material. Let's give it some hard ones. And this thing is, for me holding it back here, this stuff is tacky. I couldn't do that. This is slick. This slide right out of my hand. But since it's tacky in this little hump here, man, it's fixed into your hand, even if you do like a little sissy grip like that, you know? Let's check that edge. Flawless. No nicks, no folds, no rolls. Perfect. All right, let's do a little bit of feather sticking here, a little bit of carving and see how it feels. Oh yeah, man, that's really nice. That's really, really nice. I mean, you can see a lot of it's falling onto the stump here below it, but you could also see that it's doing it as well. And putting your finger above the ramp like that, super, super comfortable. Super, super comfortable. Make fine little curls with it. Man, look at that, guys. Perfect little curly cues to stoke a fire with. Let's chop that off. All right, let's make a little spear here. 10 spike, pit spike. Man, it's already almost there. Let's just get it to a point. Oh man, this thing is awesome for carving. This is what you want it for right here. Just awesome. And that grip feels just amazing. Feels really good in hand. Just removing material. See that? This will make short work of this task for sure. All right, let's make some cuts through just a standard water hose here. Let's fold it over, see just how easy it gets through it. Like butter. Like butter. Just one more time here. Man, that's easy. I'm doing that with, let's see, get you in frame here. Man, this sucker's sharp, and it's staying sharp. It's staying really, really sharp. Man, here. Little chop suey. All right, I don't have that much good shit to baton through, but I do have stuff like this. It's kind of, you can see that it's all twisted and curly and stuff. So do a little bit of batoning here. Let me show you guys something, right? It's better than doing nothing. Eat right through this, I bet. Watch. Oh, yeah. Like butter. Like butter. All right, let's find it. One more time here. One more time here. Right through the twist, right through that knot. Crackling. Easy. I have a whole one here. Let's see, look at this thing, man. This thing's gnarly. It's all twisted, and this shit's old. You can see here, dried like a rock. It's not no soft pine or anything like that. This stuff is petrified. So that'll put the edge to the test for sure. Let's see. Man, look at that. That shit is tough. That is tough. You know what? I'm gonna have to reset this. Look at that. Man, I have to reset it and give me a little more, get it closer to the handle so I can have some more, let me get you in frame here, more room to baton with. More blade to hit, I should say. Yeah. That's going way above and beyond. Look at that. Look at that. That's going way above and beyond what this knife should be. You should be doing with this knife, I should say. So, can I handle it? Very easy. Straight through. This stuff is tough. This AEBL steel is tough shit. It's tough. Look right through that knot too. Look at that. That's crazy. Let's go on this side. Start on this side here and see what we can get through. I said, told you guys, this is not some sissy wood here. This stuff is tough as nails, dude. It's like hammering through a freaking stone. Did the same thing again though. I went through, I didn't give myself enough real estate for batoning. Ugh. Man, that's in there. I don't want to mess up the beautiful handles. Let's try it this way. There we go. There we go. All right. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Ooh, it's a hot one today, man. It's like, I'm in California right now, and it's like 110 degrees right now. Nah, not that hot. It's like 103, 104 degrees. But still pretty hot. Over 100. Damn. This sucker is tough. All right, this is too curly to bust through it, but you guys saw what it did. Look at that. Tough, man. No damage at all to the edge. Still freaking razor sharp. Nothing coming loose. Still straight as an arrow. No bending, no warping, no chipping. Let's move on. All right, let's give it a few throws at the log here and see how this baby flies. I have a feeling it's gonna do really good. It feels balanced. Bam, look at that. Little over rotation, but yeah, this is a no spin throw. Man, look at that, nice and deep too. Woo. Let's do it again here. Make sure you guys are in frame. You could see the log. Trying to make sure, yeah, all right, let's do it. Bam, direct bullseye. Look at that. Man, it's looking kind of deep there. All right, let's try half spin. Handle here like that. Boom, all right. Boom. And all that, the flexing puts a lot of strain on the tip, so it'll test out that heat treat. But this ABL still, and I'm pretty sure their heat treat seems to be on point, man. So far, it's been impressing me quite a bit. Let's do it again here. Bam. Beautiful. All right. Tip. Straight as a freaking arrow. No issues. Handle skills on there tight. Nothing coming loose. Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my review on this MS5. Again, I said next I'll be doing the MS6, the bigger version. But man, this held up phenomenally. So, guys, they're killing it. I have a feeling they're going to come up with some awesome designs. I would love to see this in an MS9, 9-inch blade length, or a 10. That'd be freaking awesome. Just a bigger version, a bigger chopper version of this, or some other designs. I would like to check out that hatchet too. That'd be awesome. But look at this, man. Held up absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely straight as an arrow. No bending, nothing, no issues. Edge, absolutely flawless. Nothing. It's still freaking razor sharp. After all that baton, that hard ass petrified wood, I'll try getting through. I went through one piece. The second piece was just, it was just too twisted and knotty to try to get through it. And I don't want to bore you guys. I could have got through it if I just kept hammering on it. And I'm sure this would have held up absolutely fine. But I just don't want to be having an hour-long video of me trying to hammer through a freaking old rock hard log. But let's just see. I don't see if it's hair popping sharp still, or if yeah, this shit's still shaving hairs. You guys seeing that? Holy crap. That's awesome, man. They got the heat treat on point. That was just a few passes over there. A lot of it's falling off, but you can still see it there. The hair on there. Still hair popping sharp. I didn't touch, all I did was wash it off because there's a bunch of residue and stuff. So I just wanted to sink and wash it off and got a sponge and wiped it. I didn't do anything else. I didn't hone it, nothing. After chopping, through a rock hard thing, after batoning, after all the testing I did, throwing it at the log, the tip is still straight as an arrow. This ABL still, or AEBL still, is amazing. Stainless, this stuff is tough as hell. Their heat treat is on point. That cryogenic heat treat they're doing, man, is just, man, you guys are killing it, dude. So it's a gentleman named Matt and Dale Stoner. I believe they're brothers. I could be wrong, but I believe they're brothers that have this company, man. If you want one hell of a freaking EDC knife or a camp knife, the bigger one, go check them out, man. These are freaking worth it, man. These are awesome, awesome. Again, like I said, they're a little in the upper echelon of knives, right? But you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. In this situation, you definitely get what you pay for. Freaking awesome. Just an awesome, awesome knife. I mean, I can see that for pig sticking, keeping your hand there, just pushing it in. I mean, that just an awesome, awesome knife. Awesome. No matter what position you put your hand in, it feels comfortable, whether it's reverse grip, whether it's traditional saber grip. Shaving was, I mean, this thing is an awesome, awesome carver. Just an awesome EDC. Nothing came loose, everything's tight, nothing broke. You saw the tip flex on those throws, no bending at all. I mean, this thing is just amazing, amazing work of art. These guys are, you know, for starting out with a knife company and just running at it. I mean, they have a bunch of experience, right? A bunch of experience in milling and CNC work and in their career. So I figured they're, you know, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and they knocked it out of the park with this one. And this sucker came razor sharp. So I don't know if it was an issue before, or maybe the guys maybe they're expecting something sharper than razor sharp, but I mean, I'm shaving hair with this thing. That's as sharp as you freaking need it, man. And you saw it. After all that, it still held a freaking razor edge. It's still shaved hair. That's amazing. That's awesome heat treat, and that's awesome awesome edge retention right there. Awesome edge retention. And did these break? You saw me hammering the shit out of this. No issues at all with the holes. You don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure you could baton 1,000 times a day. You don't have to worry about it breaking from the holes. So myth busted with that one. All right, guys. Again, I'm gonna leave their website in the description below. Give them a look. Go see what you want. Hopefully they have some of these left. These just dropped, I think, yesterday. So get at it. Go get one if you want one. I highly recommend it, man. These things are awesome. Freaking awesome, awesome blades. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to come out with next. All right, guys. Please like, subscribe, share, and until next knife, gun, whatever.